Right now, a big win for opponents of the tolls on the Crescent City connection. wdsu.com broke the story for you earlier this afternoon when a judge nullified, basically made it null and void, the election that happened.
And that means that a new vote will be held to decide whether the controversial tolls will stay. We have team coverage. LaTanya Norton was in the Baton Rouge courtroom when that decision was handed down. She talked to the Stop the Tolls group about today's victory.
And Gina Swanson has what this means for drivers. Do we still need to keep paying the tolls until it's decided? We now know that that's been lifted, but we begin with LaTanya Norton, who's at the state capitol in Baton Rouge.
Scott and Camille, right now as we speak, those tolls are not being collected. It was inside this courthouse you see right behind me, up on the 8th floor today around 2 o'clock this afternoon, that a judge ruled to nullify the Crescent City connection vote. Judge William Morvant ruled in favor of the group Stop the Tolls, who argued that roughly 100 people were disenfranchised and denied their constitutional right to vote on the measure due to the fact that these registered voters were given provisional ballots which only contained federal elections. Here's more from attorney Pat Hand III representing Stop the Tolls.
Over 100 people who were legally registered voters in the right precinct at the right time were denied their right to vote on the Crescent City connection toll proposition, and a judge remedied that today.
And shortly after the ruling came down today, the Secretary of State, Tom Shetler, released a statement. It reads in part, "It is my hope that the citizens of Orleans, Jefferson, and Plaquemines parishes will again participate, let their voice be heard, and have confidence in the final outcome of the election." He went on to say that clearly there were some mistakes at the local level for this election, and I plan to reach out in the coming weeks to see if the clerks and registrars in those parishes would like some technical assistance from my office, end quote. So once again, a judge ruling today to nullify the Crescent City connection vote, the vote that took place on November 6th. Originally, it won by a narrow 18-vote margin, and then a recount occurred. It won again by 36 votes, and again, the latest development in this ongoing story, a judge deciding to nullify this election. Voters will have a chance to go back to the polls and vote on this come May 4th. On your side, live in Baton Rouge, LaTanya Norton, WDSU News.
All right, LaTanya, and last month, Orleans Parish Clerk of Court Arthur Morrell told WDSU that provisional ballots were only given to voters who voted outside their precincts or by request.